We went 3-2, winning record. My Harvey Hot Hand, for those who don't know, I bet on the 5 teams that I think are the best bets to make you some money. So let's begin with the first matchup.
Jaguars at Bills.
So the Jaguars' offense is abysmal, 15 points per game. Meanwhile, the Buffalo Bills, they absolutely dominate on offense, averaging nearly 32 points a game, as well as having the 8th best scoring defense. Trevor Lawrence completing 51% of his throws. So far, in the past 7 games, he's 0 for 7 with a 60% completion percentage, 10 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, an 82 passer rate, 81.9 passer rating. The Bills are 4th in takeaways. I think this will be, you're going to disrupt Trevor Lawrence. He's not going to be able to do much. We could see an interception or two. I think really the offense that Joe Brady brought over as the QB coach when Ken Dorsey was there, he ended up getting fired. Insert Joe Brady, more running game, ball out of Josh Allen's hands, turnovers down, offense looks much better. I mean, the Bills, this could be an opportunity for them to finally get over that hump and could make a Super Bowl. I think it's going to be very difficult just because the Super Bowl is very, very difficult to make. But I think everything being said, in this matchup, I think it works beautifully in the Bills' favor. I'll take the Bills to win and cover a 4.5 point spread, and they win 27-20.
Dolphins at Seahawks.
This one, it's 4.5 point spread. I'm not sure how. I think that right now, Skylar Thompson, the quarterback of the Miami Dolphins, he has not played well so far as a quarterback for the Dolphins. He had one really, really good game against the Buffalo Bills in the playoffs, but that was a massive outlier there. Since then, not great. He really isn't that good. I think he has 1 touchdown, 2 picks in the regular season in like 3 appearances. But I'm going to say right now, what's absolutely ridiculous, Tua's on IR after another concussion. Raheem Mostert's doubtful. Charles Cross is the highest graded run blocking tackle and is 8th in pass blocking. But this is really what's shocking. Among qualified players, Seattle has 4 top 10 graded coverage defenders. The highest graded Dolphins defender in coverage, 89th, Jordan Phillips, a linebacker. So the coverage on for the Seattle Seahawks is significantly better than the Dolphins. I think this will be a decently high-scoring game. I don't know if you want to call it 24 points high-scoring, but I think the Seattle Seahawks will absolutely take care of Skylar Thompson and the Miami Dolphins. I'll take the Seahawks to cover minus 4.5 point spread and win 24-14.
Ravens at Cowboys.
This one is a must-win, a must-have. In the Ravens' history, they are 0-2. This is the first time they go 0-2 since 2015, and when they go 0-2, they miss the playoffs. Absolutely, this is a must-win for them. They need to legitimately make franchise history in order for them to bounce back in the entire season, because right now they are set up for failure. They're going against a Dallas Cowboys interior defense that absolutely got torched by Alvin Kamara, who, by the way, he hasn't had a 100-yard running game since Week 5 of 2022, had 115 rushing yards in this past game in Week 2. But Baltimore needs to use one guy and one guy only. It's the guy we've talked about all day, Derrick Henry. How is Justice Hill out-snapping Derrick Henry? That's on Todd Monken. That's on John Harbaugh. That's on scheming and coaching. Let Derrick Henry do what he does best, run it early and often. The Dallas Cowboys are 32nd in running defense. Run the football. That's the way you're going to find success here. This is not a situation where Lamar sits back in the pocket and throws it over the middle. That's actually statistically and historically what he's not good at. Yes, his receivers haven't been great, but the fact that Isaiah Likely is still the number 1 target, even after Week 2 where he had, 37 receiving yards, and he's still the top receiver, that's shocking. So I think when it comes down to it, the Ravens, like I said, need to run it early and often. They will cover a 1.5 point spread and win 26-23. They need this game more than the Cowboys do. They're hungry. They're a hungry team, and I think really John Harbaugh, could his seat potentially get a little bit hotter? I think so. Like I said, Ravens win and cover minus 1.5 point spread. They win 26-23.
Chargers at Steelers.
This one, it used to be plus 1.5, and I liked it. Now it's plus 3. I like it even more. Yes, I understand that Justin Herbert is dealing with a high ankle sprain, and it's a pain tolerance thing, and it's questionable for this game. But I think this will rely heavily on whether or not Joe Alt and Slater can do their job. So far, they've done a great job. Against the Raiders, great pass rush with Christian Wilkins and Max Crosby. 19 pass blocking snaps, 0 pressures allowed. Now you're going up against a very ferocious defensive line. You're talking about Cam Hayward. You're talking about Alex Highsmith, Patrick Queen, TJ Watt. There's a lot of heavy pass rushers and overall really good defenders that Justin Herbert, if he is out there with a high ankle sprain, he won't be able to move around as effectively as you want him to. That could be a problem. But I think based on the fact that it's a Jim Harbaugh run team, well, they are kind of what we expected them to be. A very good, powerful defense with an effective run game. Ground and pound, ferocious defense. And that's exactly what the Chargers have been. Their defense is absolutely legit. They are a top 3 defense in the NFL compared to, at this point, being on pace for the most receiving yards per game in a single season given up with Brandon Staley last year. Jim Harbaugh has completely flipped the script of what the Chargers defense is. But J.K. Dobbins, I think him and Gus Edwards, but more importantly, J.K. Dobbins, the resurgence of him now that he's healthy with a team that's using him like they are with a good offensive line. He leads the league in rushing yards as well as yards per attempt at 9.9. Every time he gets the ball, it's essentially a first down. That's ridiculous. Absolutely incredible. And I think that's going to help Justin Herbert out a lot if they could establish a good running game, but it's against the Steelers defense that honestly is incredible. The pass rush is great, but I'm trusting the Chargers. They cover. They upset the Pittsburgh Steelers, win 17-14. I like Justin Herbert. I think Jim Harbaugh will get it done. The defense is legit. Justin Fields makes mistakes. I think he'll make 1 or 2 here. So far, he's been great, but I think he will make a mistake. And finally, the 5th pick of the Harvey Hot Hand of Week 3.
Eagles at Saints.
This one's interesting. I understand. It's going to be interesting to see how the Saints defense holds up against Jalen Hurts. But what we've seen so far from Jalen Hurts since Shane Steichen left is high turnovers, questionable decision-making, bad throws. Nick Sirianni, late game management, awful. Vic Fangio's defense giving up nearly 400 yards a game. They're 30th in total defense, 32nd in yards per play allowed. Basically 70% of a first down they give up on each play. The Saints have 91 points in 2 games, while Philadelphia has given up the 8th most points through these first 2 weeks. Their interior defense not generating enough pressure with the type of name recognition that they have. What Clint Kubiak has done for Derek Carr has been incredible, and it's already paying dividends. Derek Carr getting help from Peyton Manning, and I forgot the other person, but he was getting help from two quarterbacks, and we've seen the improvement from year 1 with the Saints to now year 2. You get off your old OC, who is very conservative play calling. You add in Clint Kubiak, and he's doing great. Pass blocking and run blocking for the Saints has been incredible. Pairing that up with a defense of the Eagles that can get torched and has gotten torched. Alvin Kamara, I think, will be another massive piece for the Saints in this game. It'll be a high-scoring game, but I will take the Saints to win and cover a -2.5 point spread. They win 31-27, and those are my top picks, my Harvey Hot Hand picks for Week 3. And as always, Harvey Hot Hand is brought to you by Dr. Squatch. Use the link down below or go to drsquatch.com/Nathan Harvey. Get $10 off orders of $20 or more for new customers. Thank you so much for helping out the show and what we do here at the Harvey Hour. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, if you want to check out the full episode, make sure you click the I in the top right-hand corner right now. If you want to listen to this show anywhere you go, make sure you go to anchor.fm/The Harvey Hour or anywhere you get your podcasts.